Hey, YouTube. 30 years, over 30 years of chronic pain. In 88, broke my neck. Since then, I've had debilitating pain. But for most of those years, I lived with it. I've been in and out of pain studies. I've worked with Health Canada. In fact, today I missed a meeting with Dr. Findlay. It can be looked up. You can look it up with the Chronic Pain Center because I was in court today. And today, well, let's back up a bit. So 30 years of pain, but then 8 years ago, fibromyalgia set in because of the major, the broken neck 30 years ago, and depression and other things. And then I went through a lot of experimentation by doctors from Health Canada, Alberta Health. Try this drug, try that drug, try this painkiller, try this psychotic to release depression and things like that. During that time, my wife and I had a child. And I, during that time, lost my ability to work. I had a rough time, although I was able to look after the child while she worked part-time, and my income was strong enough to allow that. Then the income went down. She had to work more. That bothered her. That's the real reason she's leaving me, not because of my medicine. But let's get off that. So there I was on all these other medications, and I had a young child. And it was difficult. It was difficult. So I often asked her to look after mornings. I'd look after afternoons. I'd have naps. I did my best with all these medications. But in the meantime, we kept experimenting. I kept working with my doctor. 5 years ago, I asked him about medical marijuana. He said no. But last December, he said yes. In fact, he suggested it. He said he had learned more. He said you should contact somebody. What you're using is not working. You're not healthy. We worked out a new doctor. I went to him. We've worked out things. Since January, I've been on medicinal cannabis and a really good regimen worked out by February. And oh my goodness, I have changed my life. Until today, I have not felt depression. I have gone from 3 to 5 hours of fair activity throughout the day to probably 6 or 7 of good activity throughout the day. I am not. If anyone wants to look back at my videos, they can look back. I am not high all the time. I'm usually buying low THC, high CBD pot medicine. But so Health Canada, through a long time working with me, have put me towards medicinal marijuana. And now here I am with, sometimes throughout the day, normally if my child were here, I would go downstairs, maybe take a little bit. He's not here. There's none left. He's not here, or that wouldn't be done. upstairs. But he's not here, so I can. Anyways, that's not the point. The point is, I was led this way through legal network of health professionals to regulate my body, and I'm there. I'm healthier. I'm better. I've never been better in my life. I honestly have never been better, okay, in 30 years. I even have more mobility of my neck because I have proper creams. Yes, they make creams. This is a medicine. And there are some people who just rely on the stigma of it's a drug, not that it's a medicine. And that's what my wife relied on in leaving me and trying to take my child away from me, is that she would find someone who believed in that old stigma. And that's what happened today. Because while on one hand, the Canadian government, through their network and provincially, health-wise, steered me towards what has satisfied my ability to be a good parent, giving me good health, good mental health, good physical health. They steered me to this. I no longer need a psychiatrist. I don't see them. I don't need it. I was seeing one on a regular basis. They were the ones that released me. I see my doctor on a regular basis. He's happy with my progress. They know about all this, and they know that I'm raising a child. And my wife is more than happy to send her child over here all the time when she needs it. But anyways, then I go today, and the other hand of the Canadian government, the court, the judge says in his ruling, and it was strictly on the basis of pot, that in his opinion, no child should be under the care of a parent who is using marijuana, regardless whether it's medicinal or not. And so I am ruling in favor of the mom and giving her full custody and her child support that she's requesting at $500 a month, which I'll never be able to afford medicine beyond that. Not only that, but he took away my medicine for 3 days every 2 weeks. He said, your visitation is only from Friday till Sunday, every second weekend. And during that time and prior to it, you are to take no medicine. So during the time that I look after my child, I am to have no painkillers, nothing to look after the headaches or the problems I have, nothing to look after the pain, nothing to look after the inflammation in my back or my feet or my knees or my hips. I am to have no medicine because that's the only medicine I have. And since I'm now supposed to pay $500 a month, there's no way I can get other medicine, and the other medicine causes me problems. That's why Health Canada led me here. This is the only medicine that gives me no side effects, and I'm able to look after my child. So I'll go back to lying in my bed and having my 6-year-old look after me for 2 days a week. He loses his father. He loses a healthy father. I lose my health, and I lose my son, all because of the stigma of pot, a judge that doesn't understand medicine, and a woman who used the stigma of pot to hurt a man. Peace to the rest of you. Canadian government, you need to get the right hand working with the left hand, because if Health Canada says it's okay, then it's a medicine. We have to be able to take it and look after our children. I do not get high. coming tomorrow is a whole bunch of CBD oil. CBD oil. All that does is clear up the inflammation in my body. I won't be high. I'm not high. I came home and smoked more. When you are a person who takes it on a daily basis, your cannabinoid receptors are usually mostly shut. They just keep getting shut. That keeps the pain down. The THC barely ever touches you because you are someone who takes it on a regular basis. That's not addiction. That's medication. Yes, I am upset. I'm upset at the audacity of a judge to rule by stigma and not by rule of law, of a judge to rule that a person cannot medicate during a certain time, and to use stigma instead of intellectual. Sorry, maybe I'm going too far there. Let's stick to the points. Health Canada said it was okay. Our judicial system has to catch up. The Supreme Court says it's even legal for edibles. But yet, I can't have a child? I will be fighting this as far as I have to fight it, even if I end up in jail for debtor's prison. I will fight this to the end. Peace to the rest of you. I love everyone.